It matters less the many times I fall, but your eyes shall welcome me.
You don't give up praying for your partner, whether your current partner or future partner, because you are going through challenges. Because it might be at that period that you slack back, or that you give gap, or that you are hungry and then you forget about, I don't want to pray for you, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. It might be that time that the enemy is going to come in. The Bible says that God brought the lady to Adam, and then Adam said, "This is bone of my flesh of my flesh." It was Adam that toasted the girl. They did not toast the girl for Adam. So you need to toast your own girl. You need to woo your own girl. You need to make proposal to your own girl. Don't let somebody do it on your behalf. They can connect you to the girl, but don't let them be the one to talk to the girl on your behalf. Instead of setting your house on fire because of the aspect of your husband that is manifesting at a particular time, or because of the aspect of your wife that is manifesting at a particular time, you need to rather study your husband, study your wife, so that you will know is it the aspect of the lover that is manifesting. You know, anytime the aspect of the lover is manifesting, is going to be a very caring man, she's going to be a very caring woman. If you have gotten the right person to marry, and you are planning to settle down, you need to be spiritually strong. Because there are so many ladies out there that are looking for someone's guy to snatch. There are so many guys out there that are looking for someone's lady to snatch them. The father.
Yes, I'll never give up. I shall succeed. I shall achieve. I shall get.
Good day over there. I am Eti Adeneko. I'm the founder, by God's grace, of Happy Marriage Training Program and the King's People Connection. I want to speak to you today on the subject of marital relationship. And I'm titling it, Which One at That Time? Which one at that time? A lot of spouses are having problems with their partner, with their husband, with their wife, because they don't study their husband, they don't study their wife to understand which one at that time, and then to respond appropriately based on which one at that time. What do I mean by which one at that time? Let's take your husband for an example. You need to understand your husband to the extent that you will know that within the man there are about 7 to different kinds of persons. Within your husband there is a king. Within your husband there is a boss. Within your husband there is a commander in the army. Within your husband there is also a boy, no matter how old he is. There is a part of him that is a boy. Within your same husband there is a lord, there is a master. And within your husband there is a tyrant. So there are different aspects within the same man. Same thing goes to the wife. And when you have issues with your husband, you need to understand and be able to detect which part of him is manifesting at a particular time. When your husband is speaking to you in a commanding tone, and that's not the way he does all the time, you don't need to start quarreling with him or start responding in a way that is going to make him angry. You need to understand that at this time, my husband is acting as a commander. The same man is going to act like a lover just few hours after that. But if you don't understand the one that is manifesting, the side and the part and the aspect of your husband that is in charge at that time, you will begin to wonder, why is this man talking to me like this? And then you might not know how to appropriately respond in a way that will make him happy, and in a way that will also make him to respond to you in a way that will make you happy. And eventually there's going to be chaos, there's going to be a problem, and you might bring the house down with fire. So instead of setting your house on fire because of the aspect of your husband that is manifesting at a particular time, or because of the aspect of your wife that is manifesting at a particular time, you need to rather study your husband, study your wife, so that you will know, is it the aspect of the lover that is manifesting? You know, anytime the aspect of the lover is manifesting, is going to be a very caring man, she's going to be a very caring woman. And he's going to be saying good words, he's going to be giving you poetic words that is going to make your head to swell up, and you're going to be happy, you're going to be laughing and everything. So when the aspect of the lover is manifesting, you flow with him as a lover. When the aspect of the commander is manifesting from the same man, what do? You flow like a soldier that is ready to obey. Obey before complain. Obey the last order. So you say, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. The same thing goes to the man. You don't always need to be the boss. You don't always need to say, am I the one you're talking to like that? When did that start? That is not the way that woman always speaks. So once in a while, when things happen and she begins to speak like a commander, don't always begin to think, when did that one come upon you? Is it because we are playing? Is it because I have come so low? Is it because I love you? Is it because of this? Is it because of that? If you don't understand the aspect of your wife that is manifesting at that time, you are going to cause problem. And do you know one of the greatest mistakes that people make at that period? They now change the aspect of the lover, they change the aspect of the husband, they change the aspect of the wife, they change every other aspect, and they now make it to become the aspect of an enemy. Why? Because of a momentary response or reaction from their husband or from their wife that they don't like. So you need to understand, there are times that your husband is going to be speaking like a king, or your wife is going to be speaking like a queen. You need to understand which one at that time is in place, is manifested. Because a king is meant to be obeyed. You don't disobey a king. A king is a ruler. A queen is a ruler. You have to flow based on the frequency that your spouse is flowing at that time. You need to use wisdom as a man to live with a woman. No, a man must be wise to understand when the wife is in need of a servant. Sometimes you see the Bible says we should serve one another. Sometimes you need to be a servant to your wife. You don't always have to be the boss. You need to be a servant to your wife sometimes. And of course, as the woman, you need to be a servant to your husband all the time. If your husband sees that you serve him, he's going to respond by serving you. If you want your husband to become your servant, first become his slave. And of course, that goes to the man also. If you want your wife to become your slave, first become a servant. When you serve your spouse and they are happy, they will reciprocate. So you need to study your spouse to know which one at that time. Is it the aspect of the king or the aspect of the boy There are times that your husband is going to cry like a boy. You see, we need to understand that every man has emotion. You see, forget about all those things that they say that men don't cry. Jesus Christ once wept. If men don't cry, why would Jesus weep? So we need to understand that there are times that a man will cry. If a man does not cry when he's supposed to cry, or a woman does not cry when she's supposed to cry, there's going to be a problem. They're going to be bottling up emotions. And one day, there's going to be explosion. When the gas is supposed to be released from the bottle and is not released, what happens? There will be explosion and the bottle will be broken. So instead of destroying your life, allow emotion to be expressed. So that's why you need to understand which one at that time is manifested from your husband, from your wife. Don't say, and you are crying like a baby, like a child. You are crying, I can't believe this. Means I'm not supposed to be crying. No. You are killing that man at that time if he does not express his emotion, and is going to have a negative repercussion on the relationship. So understand how to flow with your spouse. If all of us can do this, we're going to have a happy marriage. It's not all the time that your husband or your wife is going to be a servant. There are times that they want to be rulers. You need to understand. After the whole thing happened, you can now sit down and laugh over it. You don't need to always remember the bad past and say, that's the way you talk to me like that day. That's the way you talk to me like that day. However, caution also need to be applied. When something is becoming too much, you sit each other down and then you talk it out. No, I don't think this is good. I don't think this should be happening. Oh, when you are angry, these are the things you shouldn't do. No matter how angry you are, these are the things you shouldn't say. The way you talk that day, I don't like it. No, I don't like it. No, next time don't talk that way. This is the way you should do it. This is the way you should do it. But that's when things are calm. So, don't meet a commander with a commander. Meet a commander with an obedient servant or an obedient soldier. Don't meet a ruler with another ruler. There's going to be clash, there's going to be a problem, there's going to be fire, there's going to be explosion. So make sure you study your spouse. At any time they are exploding, at that time don't explode. Be humble and understand which one, the aspect of their personality that is manifesting at that time. No matter how gentle somebody is, there will be some time that they are going to have periods of explosion. So understand your spouse. No matter how great you are, no matter how highly placed you are, you need your husband. You need your wife. Understand your spouse. Understand your husband. Understand your wife. So that both of you can have a happy and successful marriage. Thank you for taking note of what I've said. We are all learning, and we are learning and growing together. And I'm very sure that from today you're going to start making use of those things, and you are going to be seeing a happy marriage. God bless you. I am Eti Adeneko, and I love you forevermore. And I bring you greetings from my Queen Oluwatoyin Adeneko. Thank you.